Okay, well, let's get my windows straight. And you all leveled up last session, and we're going to start by giving you a long rest. And as I said last time, the first part of the adventure that was just XP, I was going to go through and make sure that you didn't miss any valuable treasure. So let's get that out of the way. You would have found a absinthe spoon made out of white gold, and a book collection along with a rare painting of Corsica. You would have found a painting as well as a robe of arcane heritage. Uh, 100 platinum pieces, a +1 rapier of wounding, a necklace made of yellow beryl stones, a silk purse sewn with pearls, which Poppy should like, and a white gold wedding ring. You would have found an Aeons stone of vibrant purple, 1,700 gold pieces, you would have found 10 batches of diamond dust, and each batch is worth 500 gold pieces, an alchemist lab, and a 3rd level boro bead. And all this stuff is going into the party inventory. And the crypt. Along with 618 platinum pieces, 2,387 gold pieces, 8,575 silver pieces, and 9,600 copper pieces. You would have found a Darkwood Serpent Folk warrior statue, a deep blue spinel, gold ring set with rubies, 3 purple corridums, and a ball of potent summoning. And all that is in the party sheet and has been identified.
And no word from Stefan. We're still waiting on Enzo, isn't here yet, correct?
Yeah. And if you all die tonight, you can blame Steph.
I mean, we always do that.
Seems like it'd be time for a Dualian to be back.
Yeah, I
Just
don't know
double
what's
check. We
going
were
on
able to
with them.
spend our gold last session, right?
And it sounds like we're getting a bunch more gold that we should be spending again or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you all did get to spend some gold. I'm gonna pass it out. So if you want to go shopping, go right ahead.
And we have to calculate this all from copper and silver and shit back. Well, why do they give us these different fucking currencies? It's just stupid. And now because you split it up before we did the calculations, each of us has to do the calculations on our own. Like we have to do four times the amount of calculations.
I can just wait for you to do the calculations and ask you.
Except it'll be different for some of us. So. Oh,
well,
fine.
we'll assume you have no gold to start out, okay? Because I currently had no gold.
Give me a minute. I'm finishing something else here too.
I'm wondering if the exchange rate would be the same for Pathfinder as 5e.
What do you mean?
Because I found a 5e coin converter.
I think we're about to lose this, and I can do the conversion.
Oh man, I do like this calculator. Okay, it's 1920 copper, 15.
Okay, let's see. So, we got. That is unimpressive.
All the copper pieces.
The end result is, if you rounding down, if you get rid of all of the platinum, copper, and silver, you wind up with an extra 1,620 gold compared to what you currently have.
1,600. How much?
So valuable and useful versus just freaking putting it in gold pieces. Or even just one denomination. I don't even give a shit which denomination it is, but this is just...
And you come up with 1620.
And if I still had the money give to Marsh, I might be able to do something with it, but not very much here.
Yeah, I have no use for it. Thanks, Val. I asked that before I asked it in a voice.
Sorry, I was in the middle of an Overwatch game, because I thought we were waiting a few more minutes for stuff, and then the game...
I see where I am on your list of importance.
Yeah, basically goes family, friend, Wintermute, my dog, random strangers on the street, homeless people, you.
Oh, you've got Overwatch, then me.
Well, you're below Overwatch, but you're still below... You're way below Overwatch. There's a lot of things between Overwatch and you still.
Oh, okay. You just need me to understand how far down the list I am.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, fair enough.
And I posted that link to the coin converter. You rounded down, I rounded up, and we come up with the same figure.
Well, it's technically 1,620 gold pieces plus 7 silver pieces, sir.
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't care about anything that isn't gold pieces.
I don't even know if we really have much use. I don't think at this point this is going to be very useful. A Staff of Healing. Oh, and you didn't sell this shit yet either.
No, I was gonna say there's nothing in there I want except for the Ion Stone, but I'm pretty sure the Ion Stone is better on other people than me.
What does Iron Stone do?
Spell storing.
How does it even work for an Ion Stone? We want to keep
like
the
spell storing.
diamond dust for restoration and shit as needed. I just grabbed all of that. Rapier of Wounding, that's terrible, but valuable. So the painting, are you gonna double the painting?
Yes, I will double the painting.
And the book collection.
There's a lot of stuff under that category here.
Anything that's like not actual use items, right? You could put 2 of them down.
I'm gonna give the burrow bead to Steph.
Makes sense. An alchemist only item.
Oh, so it's basically like the Pearl of Power, but for alchemists?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Huh.
And who would like the Ion Stone?
Do you want the Veil of Potent Summoning, Eric? Since you're the only one who can use it.
What do you even do? Augment. Just makes it augment summary? That's terrible.
Yeah.
Wait, so hang on, who is Eric Zan? Is this some guy and we're just throwing away his life's treasure or something, or what?
He's your great-great-great-grandfather, since you're both named Eric.
Yeah, basically what he did was give you a reward.
Okay, I'm like, thanks, I'm gonna go sell this now. Would he like to give us the gold pieces instead and keep his prized violin?
I don't think he has that much gold pieces if he's giving us this item.
So he's pawning off his treasures, his priceless treasures.
Unbelievable.
I No.
Okay, so artwork gets doubled.
Any gems and artwork, basically anything that's not an actual item that you can use would get doubled because those go for 100%.
Okay.
Ion Stone
Enzo is a arcanist, right?
Not
a sorcerer, at least.
Sorcerer.
Oh, is he? So he might want this robe.
I mean, it gives him like immunity to poison and DR10 cold iron, and I think that's kind of like it. But I mean, so basically means you can store a level 3 spell in there and activate it as a standard action, and then you have to restore it.
Yep.
Is there a limit on what you can store in one of these rings?
Is it cracked?
Spell. Doesn't say anything about it being... So basically you could have a personal spell stored in this, which I think... You want to go for it.
And it's limited to, I guess, under 3rd level spells.
What is that?
Limited to 3rd level spells, too.
I mean, honestly, I think this might be the most useful for Poppy, and put, like, mirror image or something in there. Because otherwise he doesn't have a way of getting that.
What is this?
Apparently it's a Ion Stone of spell storing, so once per day, it can store 3 levels of spells.
I already have an Ion Stone. Can I have more than one of those?
Yeah, you can have more than one.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
They're infinite.
Well, then, sure.
So before we rest, can we assume that I put mirror image on the thing for Poppy?
Yeah, you sure did.
Alright, take the Ion Stone. As a standard action, you can now use it to cast mirror image on yourself.
Cool.
Well, once, and then it has to be recharged by me or somebody else who can cast it, like Glissa, I think.
No, I thought I could store 3 slots.
3 levels of spells. So that's 2 levels of spells. Technically, there can be 1 more in it, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, do you want to put a... I mean, I guess you could technically put shield in there, but he's often getting shield from Rampage.
Would you rather have enlarged person or long arm in there?
I don't know, maybe long arm, because I'm small, so enlarged person's not gonna do a whole hell of a lot.
Sure. Alright, so we'll put an extended long arm in there so it lasts for 32 minutes.
Why are you doing an extended long arm?
Because I have a extend rod, so if it was yesterday, I had 1 use left still. No reason not to.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're storing it in the ring, it feels like an extended spell would still effectively be a 2nd level spell then.
But it doesn't raise the spell level.
Not in terms of what spell slot you use to cast it, but it is effectively a 2nd level spell. Why would storing it from a person actually using the meta magic feat versus using a meta magic rod, why would they store any differently? It's the same result. The actual effect of the spell would be the same. In meta magic, versions of spells take up storage space equal to the spell level modified by the meta magic. So the meta magic rod allows you to cast it at effectively a lower level, Storage space is still the actual modified level. What, you're not going to give us 2 of the silk purse sewn with pearls?
I figured Poppy would want that, but yeah, I will.
I'm actually going to take the Staff of Healing back since we no longer have our druid or our alchemist, so we might actually need... were there already 3 of the purple corundums? So if so,
Are you sure
be
about
6
that,
now.
Bell? Because under Meta Magic Rods, it specifically says it does not change the spell slot. So that's what I'm confused about.
Yeah, there were, so I'm gonna make that 6.
So the actual storage space is the spell level modified by the meta magic feat, which in this case would be you can cast it as a 1. Like, you spend a level 1 slot, but it's still effectively the level 2 spell in terms of the storage space. You note that it says it does not change the spell slot. It doesn't say it doesn't change the spell level there. But I mean, if you can find some rules quotation where they're like, no, they're different when you store them based upon whether you use a magic feat or a magic rod, that seems utterly ridiculous. And not rules as written or rules as intended. Meta magic rods let you cheat by not having to upcharge basically for the meta magic. But that's just on the caster end.
Are we giving Enzo the robe?
Sure. I don't even know if he really cares about it.
Well, you know, it is worth 16,000 gold pieces. Or 8.
Man, if only he was here, and he could say something. Let's see. His DC for Bloodline Arcana doesn't matter. Ship Bloodline powers. Doesn't give a shit. Woodland Stride doesn't give a shit. Fleeting Glance, I guess he can become invisible for 4 more rounds per day. I don't think he really gives a shit. Fey Magic doesn't affect this at all. So he doesn't give a shit. So it's really, does he want to avoid being attacked by animals, immunity to poison, and DR10 Cold Iron? Like, is that... I don't know. Where the hell is he?
Well, I tell you what, I'll just go ahead and give it to him, and if he doesn't want it, we'll sell it and make the difference. Okay, do you see anything else that needs doubled?
No, looks good. Oh, I think Eric Zahn was actually like the owner of a violin factory, right? So there should be like 20 of those viols.
And gold is 55,906, platinum is 3. Six. Okay, that all worked out 55,936 gold pieces.
Oh boy.
So, voila.
Okay, I'm here.
Hey, how are you?
Tired and hungry and a lot of things.
Yeah, I can understand.
Didn't have the
that.
best day in the world.
Sorry to
I'm
hear
joining
that.
now. It's not your fault.
How do you know that it isn't?
Because
Oh.
it's your fault.
Yeah.
Has Steph done any does Steph even have boots? I realize I'm holding on to shit for him.
Arcane is with that 4 levels higher?
The Rogue Arcane Heritage, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Bell, meta magic feats don't change the spell level either, though.
What?
We're talking about using me extending a spell to put in a ring if it's a level 1 or level 2 spell.
If you take a fireball and you maximize it and you put it in something of spell storing, how many levels does it take up?
Oh, interesting question. Probably the level it was cast at. So if you use it with a wand, it would be nothing. If you used it with a feat, it would be whatever, another level higher.
I don't see why it would make any sense for it to be stored at a lower level when it's from a rod that's replicating the meta magic feat as
Because it's not changing the level of the spell.
Because the
You're just
mod
using a
does
higher
the
level
rod
spell.
doesn't change the level.
But then you're bidding for the rod like extra times there. Like why would the rod be better than?
Okay, the thing is, the meta magic feats in general don't change the spell level, though. They explicitly state that. They use a higher spell level slot to cast, but they don't change the spell level.
That's interesting. Yeah, I have no idea. Wow, with that robe, I get DR10 gold iron, so that's cool. I guess.
Okay, so if that's what we're talking about, so here if we're parsing this exactly right, so their spell level, which is the same, so it's the level of, if we take a maximized fireball, it's a level 3 spell, right? Then it's equal to the spell level modified by the meta magic feat. So the meta magic feat, whatever the source, is maximized, which is +3. Ergo, a maximized fireball always takes up 6 because it's the base spell level, which then you modify it, but whatever meta magic feat got applied.
So where's this robe? Oh, I have it on my. Okay.
Yeah, it's in your inventory. And Poppy, I am converting all your money to gold for you.
Cool.
You couldn't do that himself? It's a really simple equation. Just move the.
I'm bad at
decimal
math
point.
and I'm lazy.
You just move the decimal. You remove zeros.
I found it's technically not a. Oh yeah, it's very official. No, that's not James Jacob. That's Jason Bullman.
So we are right that the rod doesn't change the level.
No.
We aren't wrong. This does not work. Okay, great. There you go. GM's come up with it. Always the best way to wash your hands with this. So you don't have to actually make a decision.
Hey, this is a democratic game, so I can put it to a vote.
I mean, I don't care. I don't think it matters.
I don't particularly care either.
I mean, it doesn't matter too much, but I would have to sell a bunch of rods and rechange all my weapon and armor enchantments I did, because I wouldn't be using Rod for it, so that's no point to spend like 20,000 gold on this shit if it doesn't work that way.
Back.
I mean, I think I can live with the idea of saying that you can use the meta magic rod to store it, maybe. But I think that the total level of it is absolutely modified.
Is that right? Well, just the effect I just made?
No.
Well, their wiki is wrong, and then that's
There's
how
a
they say
lot
you
of
make
things
it.
wrong with that. So for starters, it'd be more...
Okay, well, they don't have any of that, so sure. Oh, that's right, I forgot the number. Like that?
That looks right.
Okay, so do I need to make any kind of like spell effect for long arm or mirror image?
Long arm, you just probably should do something to track that it exists.
I can drop mirror image on you. We apparently each have like another 18,000 gold or so to spend.
Yes, so have fun shopping.
Fun isn't quite the...
Wait, where did I get 20,000 more gold?
It was only 13,000 more gold. I know.
Oh, that's right, I already
money.
had some. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for reminding me. Second.
And I'll be right back.
So I can finish my ring of protection off.
And I only have a ring +2 right now.
So 50,000 verse 8. Okay, yeah, that's...
So what all could I get for just shy of 15,000 gold?
We have maxed out armor amulet. Amulet of natural armor.
Or ring of protection.
Or ring of protection. Ring of protection's probably better off getting that one up quicker.
My ring of protection's at +4. My amulet of natural armor.
How much
at
you have?
So I have 14,000.
No, not enough for the... Not enough for +5, but is enough for the next plus up on natural armor. Let's see, natural armor.
So the difference between +4 and +5 is 18,000, right? You said you had 14,000?
Yeah.
I'll give you 4,000 if you want, so you can get the +5 ring. I have 8,000 left over right now, since I gave 2,000 to Mars. There's like nothing else I can really do with it, and I'd rather you get the ring at 5.
Okay.
So I'm marking off 4,000 from my... And then you need to spend 18,000 total to upgrade your ring from 4 to 5. I love how the fact that we have 2 people in the group who can both cast Barkskin, and like they're both like barely ever here, and so it's really hard to plan around that shit.
Why are the DR10 cold irons really going to even help me?
Probably not. If anything with at least a +3 weapon, just ignore it. But I guess
Well,
the versus
monsters don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
most monsters don't have it. That's probably why
The flip
they
side
don't.
of this
They
level-
don't expect you to fight characters with class levels, so and they probably don't have high plus to armor or something like that.
I mean, they say that, and then like the final boss of several of the modules so far have been characters with class levels in this
Yeah.
campaign alone. So I mean,
But I mean, the vast majority of what you fight, it probably would be really useful. Obviously, it would be garbage in your campaign, but it's probably in most campaigns it's fine.
I mean, at least in I guess, yeah. By the time you're level 20, probably yes. At least
It
but
is
if
my
you-
capstone. This is my capstone.
Yes, it's your capstone.
Congrats,
That's the problem.
guys.
If you had this at like level 4, it would be like insanely good.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
mean,
I guess all the other abilities I got are okay. I mean, Faye overall is not amazing. The re-rolling on SR is really nice though, which is probably why they kind of nerfed everything else to kind of the ground. But yeah.
I want to pick up a Dusty Rose Prism Ion Stone, I think. But I don't
I
have
just
enough
got
of
one
that
of those
anymore.
earlier too, and a cracked one. Because why not?
My AC. I have decent AC now. $28's not abysmal.
Wait, where is this? Is this from one of the actual books? Ultimate Equipment. Oh, no, yeah, there it is. 521 Ultimate Core Rulebook. I'm like, I think it's familiar, but...
Which one?
The Dusty Rose Prism.
Oops, I forgot to actually add my... I have been running around with my no natural amulet on my stat sheet. I just had it, I just didn't put the number in the thing.
I think it's because of the weirdness with Steph's armor. Mark's gonna remember.
Well, I wasn't one of the ones who was casting it on, so I never removed it. I don't think I ever added it. I think I just forgot, because it was an item I didn't actually start with in the campaign I bought later on.
I don't think the +1 competence on initiative is a valid one, though, which makes sense, because that's a stupid good bonus for so cheap. I'm ready to go whenever other people are.
Yeah, I'm done. Mine was quick. I just bought one thing.
Anything to spend money on right now, so.
Yeah, don't rush. I'm gonna be just a second myself.
I'll be right back.
Ah, yes. Shouldn't fart.
Robot
Mike.
noise.
No, it's him farting.
It's a weird fart. Is that what your farts sound like?
Yes.
That's weird.
They sound like I'm literally just dropping one in my pants. Yeah, I don't think this is going to get resolved, Marsh. He's just, from what I've seen, he's basically, he's actually rolled back on everything.
Oh yeah, I took a nap, and then when I woke up from it, there's a bunch of talk and audience chat, and that's the way it seemed to.
Yeah. But
and
he doesn't...
I don't get it. Like,
Because,
I really don't
because
get
he
it.
would
Like,
rather
how do you think
completely
it's fair?
destroy his game than think about it from someone else's point of view.
There's just so many problems. It's like the arms holding down 13 people alone is one thing.
That's fine. Oh, you mean, how about the 20-second stun?
Yeah, that I didn't even know about until today.
What is the capstone? I don't think I actually know what it is.
Fuck, have you seen what's the name of it? Pretty sure you have.
It's pretty insane, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what you missed, Marsh, while you're looking,
Yeah.
was Stambler basically saying that he was just like, I talked to C-Tom and fuck you guys, I'm gonna quit the game and blah blah blah. I guess you don't want me here, and basically thinking we're like attacking him personally when he didn't fucking do anything wrong.
Yeah, it was just C-Tom being dumb in the first place.
Yeah, but he doesn't. I mean, he doesn't understand. He's like young and and he suffers from like extreme depression, so he thinks we're like attacking him personally. And we never said anything to him or about him or anything like that. But I'm sure C-Tom construed it in a way that made it seem like that.
Okay, yes, you have seen it. It's the Garnet Sinners. Kara no Kyokai.
Yeah.
Mystic Eye Death Perception.
Oh, that's the final ability, is just to kill people?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Normal. That's a normal okay power you're allowed to have.
Yeah. Right.
In universe where it's from, it's the most one of the. I think that actually is the most powerful thing to exist in that universe.
Yeah, that's what it was in Suki.
And he's just it's okay. It's just
like
fine.
Literally the eyes of a god or something like that.
Yeah, they
and
are.
the first time a person was reincarnated with them since then or something like that, the god died.
Which is funny because technically in that world there's actually two people who have them, and one's a lot better than the other. And Tsukihime, that guy's actually shit at using it.
Oh,
in
yeah,
Garden
no,
of
he is.
in Garden of Sinners, she's so good at using it that she can like stop any magic spell or like just basically do anything. She's actually like really effective at using it.
I've only seen the first movie, but she seems far more competent.
Oh yeah, I mean that's her whole thing, is she's supposed to be highly competent.
Not like a bumbling high school student.
Nope. Problem is, if you make a character too competent, it makes your stories shit. But we pretty much settled on retcon or nothing. I have a counter offer, but he won't go for either. Which is the people who refuse to play, give me all their sorcery levels.
Okay, as soon as Shear gets back, we'll get started.
Sorry, I didn't hear the noise go off.
We're still waiting on Sheer.
Yeah, I heard you talking, so I knew you were here.
I'm back.
I think that's everyone.
I'm here.
And I am too. Okay, you have deactivated 2 of the 3 stars delay that you need to prevent the Galarian from being sucked into Corsica. And you're on your way to the 3rd one. And you all leveled up. I gave you an overnight rest. And the 3rd one is located in a small town of Paris.
Paris?
Like
Paris.
our Paris?
Which Paris? Like Paris, Texas?
Paris, France.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, like, there's a Paris, Texas, okay? So...
I'm sure you would bring that up.
it was actually...
The person?
And there was an old detective thing where a guy was like, he had these tickets to these places that are like famous cities in Europe, right? And he's like, I'm gonna, and another detective comes like, our guys are just waiting in France to seize him. He's like, pal, one of these cities isn't in Europe, and the reason for that is he's just flying around the state of Texas because all of them are cities in Texas apparently. So that was a solution. I realized just spoiled it for you. I ruined the mystery.
Thank you.
But
You've ruined.
the answer was those are all actually cities in Texas. So that's where he was going. That's why they couldn't find him anywhere else.
That story or whatever is completely ruined.
No kidding. So, would you like to take a guess where in Paris, France, the stars delay would be located?
It's the Eiffel Tower.
No, it's the Louvre.
Probably the Eiffel Tower.
Yes, it is at the Eiffel Tower.
So we're in, like, what year of France? And how did we get here? A lot of questions.
It was part of, Paris got sucked into Corsica.
Happens all the time.
Especially in this module. And you're making your way through the streets of Paris and so forth, and you're able to see the Eiffel Tower out in a distance, and
What year did you say it was?
Yeah, what year of France we got sucked in? Can we tell?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Is like the advanced technology just blowing all of our minds?
Are people on cell phones?
Well, I doubt cell phones would work here, but they might have cell phones. That'd be fun.
People looking at their cell phones and yelling because they don't work.
I would imagine that Paris has probably been here long enough for people to have given up on their cell. But I'm sure there are tons of abandoned old cars lying around, boggling our...
The serious question we're asking, is this like the year 0? Is this like the year 1000? Is this like medieval ages, Renaissance era, industrial era, modern era, information era? Like, on Earth, if we're going to Earth here,
We're not going to Earth. It's on Corsica, he said.
Well,
Earth is coming
how old is the Eiffel Tower?
Okay, let's start with a description of what you can see on the Eiffel Tower. You can see the remnants of this fantastic iron tower, and it's standing over a broken and rubble-strewn street. And the top half of the tower, it was approximately 1,000 feet tall, but it's been snapped in half. And you only have the base and the first 2 floors that are intact.
Rude.
And, let's, let's say it's like the, the mid 1900s, somewhere between 1950 and 1980.
Okay,
So
so
people have gone to the moon at this point.
and there are definitely cars.
Yes,
Cars, there's basic computers, there's automatic weapons, electricity, all the things we don't have on Galarian.
correct. Now, granted, the electricity and so forth is not working, and everything you look at is old. And decrepit and so forth, hence the Eiffel Tower breaking in half. And you're not really seeing anyone out on the streets. But you can see occasionally these large shadows in the sky.
Let's see. Okay, well, first of all, since we're apparently here, I'm going to have the buffs up that I would have up that are lasting like 3 hours each here. Steph's not actually here, right? So can you get rid of him? Does anyone else have heroism available, or is that just me?
I have 3 spell slots at my 3rd level slot, so I'd rather use it for other things, but...
Okay.
And whoever was giving me greater magic weapon, or was I doing that to myself?
I don't have it.
Guess that means I have to.
Okay, so you said that there was this broken off tower, right? And we think the Star Stellite is there?
Correct. And
Alright, well, we'll just go up to the tower, we'll disable it, and we'll be done.
Easy.
Uh,
Nothing's ever happened at any other time. Something's ever happened when we've tried, so.
Okay, just watch out for living trees and
Well, it doesn't look like there's any trees up there, so we should be fine.
So, you have this large open area surrounding the Eiffel Tower, and you're going to have to forgive my horrible last-second map. And that's the map. No,
Wow, that's horrible. Is this some kind of last-second map or shit?
yes, I did it while you all were shopping.
Wow.
Did they not have a map of Paris available?
Just to make sure I'm not missing something, it's literally just blank gray map, right?
Yes. Imagine that it is the open, grassy area surrounding the Eiffel Tower. And you're not quite to the Eiffel Tower yet, but you can see it. And let me get y'all to make a perception
Can you
check
guys
if
see
you
what
would.
I'm drawing there?
Perception check? I can do a perception check. Very perceptive.
Does my drawing come through?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Oh, wow.
We don't want to see it, so we've pretended it doesn't exist.
Well, fine. I just drew like an Eiffel Tower.
I'm gonna
I was
bluff
actually
the
proud
Eiffel
of it.
Tower.
Wow. So how do you? Is it only the GM whose drawing is shown, or
Normally, yes.
are you bluffing the air itself or something? I'm not quite.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm bluffing it into revealing its secrets.
Well, you know what? And so it failed the deception check, and
What is the deception check of the air? What's the plus on that?
Probably has very good sense of motive. The wind hears everything.
Yeah, apparently.
But like I said, you do see several large creatures flying around in the air, And you notice that a small group of 4 of them have noticed you all.
Oh, they look friendly?
And as they start to circle around you like the vultures, and they're slowly descending in altitude, you get a much clearer picture of what they are.
So yeah,
Hey, I'm best friends
friendly.
with you guys. I convinced it to fly us to the moon.
I mean, if they're circling around above us, I would probably pull up my bow and start shooting at them.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Don't draw their attention.
We're gonna charm.
They looked like they already noticed us.
Yes.
One, I do want to draw their attention because I want to kill them.
Oh, but you can see 4 of them have taken an interest in you. They are descending, and
Roll initiative.
yeah, let's roll initiative. And I don't
Oh.
remember the other image of the Shantanks being as evil looking.
How do they respond to my statement there?
That wasn't words. You said
Yeah, they're just descending, and for all practical purposes, you can't tell any change in their attitude, just that they are hostile.
you said. Well, this is why, because you said FG3PT UVLAVCKG WNIH exclamation point. So I don't think they understood what you said.
I do know you said the same word twice. You ended each sentence with it.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
probably help.
Anyway, how far are these guys off the ground?
Right now, let's say they're about 50 feet.
Okie dokie.
Do I have any knowledge of them having any kind of ranged attacks, or are they just melee?
Let's go back over because you have encountered them before.
I know they can fly through space, right? And they can give breath to their passengers, and they can fly even from planet to planet.
I mean, they
Are
have
they
wings, of course,
nice? They don't look nice.
I think they were they're probably chaotic evil.
Oh.
Yeah, these are chaotic evil, and unlike the previous Shantanks that you rode up to, where was it, the moon? These are identified as being Corsican Shantanks, but yeah, they're immune to cold, they're immune to disease, no spell ability. They are slippery. Their scales seep a slippery slime, which grants a creature a +8 bonus on all escape artist checks, and its CMD against grapples, as well as a -5 penalty on ride checks. They are capable of star flight, and other than that, they have
Are they outsiders?
they are all melee bites or talon attacks, and no, they are not outsiders. They are huge magical beasts.
Okay, so are we proceeding?
Yes, Eric, you're first.
I'll just say that and delay my action otherwise. How do they respond?
Let's see. Number 17 actually, 80 foot. And at an angle, select tokens. And he is actually comes down on the ground, and you know, he's growling and hissing at you.
I'll
Is he
show no
immune?
fear and
He's immune to
growl and
anything?
hiss back.
Cold and disease, and what'd you say, Eric?
I'll growl and hiss back.
And number 1 is pretty much doing the same thing. He is coming down and landing on the ground.
I'll say in common with us, no guarantees I may be able to talk them down, unlike
So we should not kill them?
just I would wait for a moment, we'll have time to react.
I want to kill them.
Okay then, I will ready an action to... Let's make sure I can actually do this. Oh. Okay, I will, lightning bolt, or chain lightning, sorry, number 1, and I'll hit 5 and obviously 23, if if they attack us.
And Glissa?
I can't ready a charge, alright?
Nope.
Alright, I will take out my Rod of Extend and cast Monstrous Physique on myself. Well, that'll be my turn. So you can just
What kind of monster are you turning
that
into?
dog thing I did turned into last time.
Do you mean the tickling, the horse-headed guy?
Yeah,
It's not a dog at all.
hey, it's
You can't tell the
dog-like.
difference between a horse head and a dog head?
Hey, it's a good boy, okay?
Okay, you're doing that. And number 21. And he is flying closer to Poppy. And he's still a little far. He would be right there. And he is 30 feet in the air.
Looks like a dog to me.
Thank you.
Number 5 is gonna come over and actually get in a square, and he lands on the ground and is growling and hissing.
I'm gonna, I guess, ready in action in case number 21 gets within my reach and attacks me.
Okay, Eric.
I'll hiss back at them again.
And 17 is going to move closer. And still hissing. And number 1 is gonna take off back into the air. And he's 30 feet off the ground. And you're really confident that they're going to attack.
I'm really confident now that they're going to attack.
Yes.
Check. Sure. If they're really going to attack, lightning bolt both guys. Not lightning bolt, chain lightning. Failed. Let's see if it fails by enough to permit.
How are you handling the easier to save for everyone else except the first?
I was just gonna do it manually, so it is 2 lower. So the second guy succeeds.
One thing you could do is just drop the DC by 2 and then give the first guy a save bonus for 1 save, like for
I'm gonna
plus
do that.
2. Why are you only doing? Oh, I see. Okay.
They succeeded. I hit both of them, and one got full damage, one got half damage.
Why was one getting?
Because one saved, one did not.
Okay, so one was the secondary target.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't make them both primary.
Yes. I thought it was the other way around for a second.
No. Oh, you're up. Lissa.
Alright, I'll rage. And this guy is more than 10
But
feet
before
above
that
me, right?
happens, since this is going off, I'll re-enter the initiative order. This is stupid. So I'm effectively at, I guess, 17 and a half or whatever.
Okay, then that would put you up.
I'll start singing and cast a spell. Take a 5-foot step up to there. And I'll say this as well as we start attacking.
Are you saying that to them or to the party?
I'm acting like I'm saying it to the party, obviously. I don't think
Hopefully
anyone,
not to the party, because that doesn't make any sense.
no one in the party can actually understand it, I don't think. But
No.
Alright, so it's back
they
to my
don't
turn
know
now.
that.
So it's back to my turn now?
Yeah, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna charge and full attack the one above me, because he's more than 10 feet away, right?
Yeah, 21 is 30 feet off the ground.
So I'm guessing the thing has 15 foot of reach.
Yes.
Okay, so it would get an attack of opportunity.
Would you have told me it has 15 foot reach? Because I would long arm myself then before charging.
I mean, it's a huge monster. Why wouldn't
Okay,
you
if it's
expect
something
that?
I would realize, I would have long armed for my free
Yeah,
spell.
I'll let you long arm.
And then, since I've never been under this situation before, how does charge work with full attacking a pounce? Do I only get the +2 on the first roll?
Yes.
Okay. That should be everything. And we're not hasted yet, or are we?
We're wasted. Or everyone but Enzo's hasted, I should say.
A little rude, but
Well, you're 5 feet too far away from Poppy.
not my fault.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Hold on. Sling isn't apply right.
Are you supposed to have holy and do you have axiomatic and holy on that? I
Yeah,
thought you said
I should have both on there.
you only why do you have lawful and holy as damage types? It's not; those aren't actual damage types.
That one should have been good. What's
Yeah,
lawful considered then?
It's nothing. They're just nothing. Remove both of them. There's no holy, there's no lawful. They
Well,
don't exist as damage types.
maybe this sort of is, but it doesn't really have any actual sense. It's a oh yeah, right. Damage. No, that's strange. Yeah, you're not counting the holy. Oh, you know why? You know why? Because holy isn't a valid type, but good is. It's good, not holy. That's the problem. So set the holy weapon to good damage, and it will. I think it'll work.
There we go.
Is your AC supposed to be lower?
Me?
Yeah.
I charge, shouldn't it be?
No, from your abyssal blood rage. Oh, to the abyssal blood rage, the -2 AC, -4 only happens once. Okay. Interesting. So that doesn't keep increasing. Alright. Alright.
Okay, number 5 moved over and tried to take a bite out of Enzo. And Poppy.
Is number 17 on the ground?
17 is, yes, he is on the ground.
Hey, who gave you magic weapon? Glissa?
Me.
Okay, the effect's wrong. You have damage semicolon +3, which means those are two separate things, so it's not actually giving you the +3 damage from it.
Oops.
Guess I'm a charge it.
And presumably it takes its attack of opportunity.
And as Poppy runs in, it does hit, or it does bite Poppy, does not confirm the crit.
Okay, and the charge was +2 to hit.
Mm-hmm. Why do you have Dirge of Doom on you? Did I give people the wrong thing? I think I gave people the wrong thing. Time out for a second.
Isn't that what all those purple dice are?
No, Dirge of Doom makes you shaken, so you've actually have. He had a -2 penalty to some stuff. You should have had Discordant Voice, not Dirge of Doom. I think I hit the wrong button. My bad.
Wow, trying to screw me over.
And I failed.
Okay.
So, I'm curious, Glissa, what's your character sheet strength at?
Mine?
Yeah.
26.
26? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Well.
And you guys will need to readjust your map. I'm sliding you more into the center of the map.
Rude.
I have a bad feeling about
We all need room. And number 17 is gonna do a full round on Poppy. And both of them hit. And then let's do the... And that would be 4 to the modifier. And Poppy, it grapples you with one of its talons, and you know, it just kind of looks at you and it lets you go.
I'm sorry, what?
It hit
Do
you
I
with
say?
it hit you with one of its talons, and it managed to grapple you, and it just kind of looking at you in its talon, and then it lets you go.
I still have freedom of movement, don't I?
You don't know.
So then what, is this thing taking pity on me?
Just a little bit. And
I'm about to beat that ass.
And number 1 flies over while descending, and it goes to the ground. And it's gonna try and bite Glissa. Wow. And it does manage to hit. And Enzo, you're up.
Okay. We got a handful here. I'll make a casting check, which I don't think fail. Yeah, I can't. And I cast. No, wait. Sorry. Oops. Fort save. Failure. Oh, and of course I back away from it.
And when you hit it with your finger at death, you know, it kind of looks up to the sky and lets out this thunderous roar.
That's good.
And Eric, you're up.
Finish doing some math once. Give me like 10 seconds. Let's see. Okay. So they seem to be annoyed by this. Okay, great. Shantak 1 is on the ground or in the sky? On the ground. Yeah, whatever.
At this point, they're all on the ground.
Yeah, they're all on the ground.
Alright, I'll keep inspiring courage, I guess. I'm just going to go ahead and... What square is 1 actually in? Because it's a large creature, and it's acting... Sorry, it's a huge creature. It's acting like it's in a large square right now. No, we're not in squares. I don't know if that really helped Wintermute, and it's still not in a square either, for that matter. This is so weird. Like the universe is shifting around us. Okay.
Hold on. I'm trying to get it to... Okay.
This drag hit.
I was, but I had selected you all to begin with, and I wasn't able to clear it.
Well, why don't you put us at the spots we're supposed to be in, and then we can take stock of the situation.
Okay, you're there. Eric's there. Glissa's still not in a damn square. There's Poppy. And 17. Does that work for you?
Yeah, I'm good with that if you're good with that.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay, I'll go ahead and move up like this then. And I will move to there, which avoids an attack of opportunity because I'm using Enzo as cover. Poppy is now out of range of my discordant voice. Sorry, Poppy, you lose 1d6 damage, but you still keep the Bard Song itself. And I'm going to attack defensively, since I only have 1 attack this round I can make anyway. So I'm going to fight defensively, and just stab out at this thing. 32 hit. And that drops it.
Since I'm like currently 15 feet in the air, am I able to reach him?
He's on the ground.
Yeah, so I would need to. Would I 5-foot step? Would it be a charge?
You can do a 5-foot step.
Sure, 5-foot step, and then attack, full attack.
Damn.
Sorry, what was that?
Poppy got serious.
I don't know if you're serious, if you're power attacking. I guess Glissa stopped power attacking too.
Oh, right, yeah, I forgot. I have to turn out in every round. I want to keep doing it. Same with Raging Brutality. It's fine. I didn't need them.
All of my damage rolls were towards the minimum. That's upsetting.
Okay, and $17 and 1. And during the combat, you can see 2 more that come in, and both of them are 30 feet above the ground. And Poppy was right to have a bad feeling about me sliding y'all down into the middle of the map.
Yep.
And let's see, 17, we're gonna try the full round attack on Poppy. And I get 1 bite in. And number 1's gonna do a full round on Glissa. And I get 2 hits. And I'm done worrying about the grapple. Enzo, you're up, sir.
Okay. Let's here. Let's do number 1, I guess. No, 1 is dead. Let's do number 15, I guess. Monster. That. I should have been targeting him with this. I see they have very bad saves. Paralyzed. So actually, he falls to the ground, so he's no longer 30 feet.
Are they all on the ground right now, or which would? The 15 is fell to the ground. Right
Yeah,
there.
15 would be on the ground. 4 is still in the air.
Sure, I'll walk on over. And frankly, I don't see a reason to keep casting Bard Song against these things, so my bonuses will end. Then, do I have myself fighting defensively still? Yeah, why not? And he's paralyzed and everything. It's not like it's gonna matter.
I'll charge and power attack. Maybe 1 closer.
4 is dead. 1 is dead. And 15 ain't doing shit.
I'm still hasted, yes.
Yes, you are.
Well, that made up for it.
Okay, 17
Is dead.
dead.
I'm good. It looks like that one's still paralyzed, so I'll let other people handle it.
Okay, I will. If he's paralyzed, right?
Yeah.
To the grot, then I guess. So it's an automatic. It has to make a DC 45 fortitude save or die.
Then I'll come full attack it if it lives, so.
Yeah, he ain't gonna make it.
Okay.
So 15 is gone. And Eric, as you're coup de grailing it, and as you're pulling your rapier out of it, you happen to look up in the sky, and you can see 2 more that are headed your way. But
Okay.
it's gonna be a round or a couple rounds before they get to you.
I'm gonna point my rapier at the thing and just pulling it out of and scream this out.
How far away are they currently?
Apparently
Quite
they're
honestly,
round out.
yeah, if you take off running, by the time they catch up to you, you'll probably be at the Eiffel Tower.
No. I was gonna charge straight at them and go kill them real quick. There's only 2 of them, right?
Yes, there are. So I tell you what, I'll just go ahead and put them on the map. Welcome, Steph.
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad. Anything else you wanted? Coup de grace full round action, right, Eric?
Uh-huh.
Okay, Glissa.
Alright, give me an approximate distance how far these guys are away right now.
Let's say it's what they are on the map. We'll just bring
Cool.
them in so you can go ahead and charge. And
I mean, worst comes worst, I just had to use a level 1 spell that charged 10 times my move distance. I think they would have been that close if they were within 1 or 2 rounds.
yeah, they would have been.
Then I'm gonna go full attack that one.
Because
forgot to
other
reapply.
than the number of them, they haven't been much threat. At all.
See, we don't need to run away from them. We just quick take care of them.
I never said anything about running away from them.
And that one's going to just land. And it's going to try and bite Glissa, which does.
Oh, I would be flying however high they are flying, so it wouldn't be able to land.
One more time.
I was flying however high they were flying, so it wouldn't have been able to land and still attack me.
You were flying?
Yep, that's how I've been flying at these guys in the air, charging them.
Ah, okay. So he would still be up at 30 feet attacking you. And in that case, since he doesn't have to land, he can do a full attack.
That'll hurt.
And he only hit you once with the bite.
Wait a second. How did he... If he has a bite, what are his other attacks? Claws?
Yeah, Talon.
Why don't he have, like, 2 of them, usually? Like, don't they have 2 talons? Hey, like I'm gonna bid something here, won't you? Like, I didn't think we'd be dealing, and I looked them up after last time, and I remembered the block looked like this. I mean, I think these are like modified ones, but that's
yeah. All showing on the combat tracker is just bite and talon, but you know they do have 2 talons, so you're right. And let's see, he absorbed the damage from the bite, so, and the talon hit, so.
Ooh, I almost felt that one.
That was absorbed as well.
Well, I'm not going to be doing much from
maybe you
back
could fix your power
here.
attack to be 16. No, never mind. You have no. You did change it. You did fix it. Never mind. I take that all. My bad. I didn't say anything.
So, yeah, I'm not doing much from back here, so I'm just going to let y'all handle.
No problem. We'll bring Steph in after this combat.
Okay. Well, we got 1 left. You left?
1 left.
Except Steph, who's now dangerous to us. I'll paralyze that one too, sure. Paralyze! Yeah.
Okay, so this thing fell to the ground.
Yes, it is on the
Whatever.
ground and paralyzed.
I'm not gonna bother doing anything.
Well, you can coup de grace it.
Charge
No, I
and full
can't.
attack
It's
it.
too far away.
Wait, can you? Is a coup de grace standard action or full round action?
Full round action.
Okay, I'm just gonna charge and full attack then.
And Steph, while we're waiting, you can go shopping if you want. We went through the section that we skipped. I went ahead and gave you all the treasure, divided it,
Oh, okay.
and
I got a bunch of money.
And give me a second and I'll convert all that gold pieces for you. Three gold. You weren't kidding, you got a shitload of money.
Who wasn't kidding? Me or him?
Him.
Hmm.
Okay, you're converted. And Glissa killed the other Shantank. Okay, you look up at the skies. You do not see any more inbound.
Do I think there's any reason for us to revive any of the ones that are dying instead of dead?
No, you do not.
I gave out all of them a stab just to be sure then.
And while stuff levels up, this would be a great time to take, or while you go shopping, this would be a great time to take 10.
I was going to say that's going to take a lot longer for him to level up than like 5 minutes, but then I realized shopping might take even longer. So
I leveled up last time. I just didn't go shopping yet.
I heal Poppy with 5 charges of Cure Light Wounds as well.
Alright, so let's take 10 while Steph does the shopping, and see you all in just a minute.
Okay.
10.
Sounds good.
did Eric do?
Eric did nothing. It's me and Endor talking about a different game.
He's saying what it's their fault, not my fault for the current situation. They're admitting blame.
Okay.
As I said, quote unquote, something like, it's a shame that he's willing to burn his own game to the ground to be right. And I'm like, damn straight I am.
So that's what I think of you.
Okay.
Afraid to compromise, always right.
I'm glad you understand.
Never wanting to talk things out to try to come to an agreeable situation.
My way or the highway?
Not that. Even
No.
if it takes multiple hours.
No, definitely. No, I just say something and people are like, well, I don't think that makes sense. And I'm like, tough shit. We're doing it my way.
It's my way or the highway.
So... Oh. Should have been doing that. Holy shit. I can explain. Give me a sec. Basically, as a GM, he made a mistake and allowed something to happen that shouldn't have. And instead of admitting the mistake, he would rather... So there's 10 people in this game. 11 people in this game.
Okay.
One person benefits...
I'm not sure he even thinks it's a mistake still.
No, but here's the thing. One person benefits, everyone else loses. And everyone else at this point is willing to abandon the game. I don't think he understands this, but everyone else does not want to play. And of course, the person who, he's basically defending, he's like, well, I gotta defend the one guy because you guys are picking on him and, you're trying to steal his victory and all that shit. And I'm like, no, we have no issue with him. Our issue's with you, the GM. It's not our fault that you put him in this position. But, he's been made out to, he's kind of victimized himself a little bit, both the GM and the player. And, I mean, it's not a good situation for anyone, but... He's willing to, basically have the game end now instead of going into his conclusion, just so he can be right and think his game is fair. Because you know what's good? Fair games. Not fun games. Fair games. Doesn't matter how unfun they are, as long as they're fair, it's fine.
And not actually fair, but...
And it's not, I think he is fucking completely wrong on that aspect, but you know what? He'll never say it wasn't a fair game, so. But he can't tell me it's not, he can't say the game is fun since he's not playing it.
Are you with us, Poppy?
Have any of you guys tried the second edition Pathfinder yet?
Looked at it, have not tried it yet.
I hadn't planned on it, but I was just curious if anybody had.
Why do you ask?
I was just curious if any of you guys had played it, and if so, what you thought of it.
Played what?
Pathfinder 2.
Nope, I don't plan on it.
Yeah, me neither. It's my understanding that all the adventure paths going forward will be written for Pathfinder 2.
Yep.
I just got my last Pathfinder book today. My last adventure path book from Pathfinder 1.
A lot of the things that it has, like the double damage on a critically failed save and no damage on like a successful save, that helps a lot of the. I was working over the damage numbers for spells, and like here's the thing. Let's say you have a fireball that does 10 damage, right? Then let's say you save 50% of the time. Okay. Now, which do you think is supposed to be more valuable, 10 AC or 10 reflex save? What were you saying, Steph?
I guess I don't understand the question. What do you mean by more valuable? Like which one saves you?
Or which one would you rather have? Like plus 10 to all saves or plus 10 AC?
All saves.
I think I'd rather have the 10 to, well, it depends if you're a fighter or what. Because if you're a fighter, I'd rather have the 10 to the.
So we're probably saying they're supposed to be roughly equally powerful, right?
Okay.
So if you have let's say you have a 50-50 shot of making a reflex save on a fireball that does 10 damage, right? So 50% of the time you'll take 5 damage, 50% of the time you'll take 10 damage. That's an average of 7.5 damage per hit, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So now let's say you lost 10 reflex, right? You just lost 10 to all saves. You now fail the save every single. Well, going from failing half the time to failing all of the time only makes you take 33% more damage because you take 10 instead of 7.5 average. Conversely, let's say you make the save 100% of the time. You only go from taking 7.5 to 5, which is again is only about 33% less damage taken. And you compare that to AC, right? If you hit somebody 50% of the time, then they gain 10 AC. You go from hitting them half the time to hitting them like none of the time, or only on natural 20s, right? That's a huge difference. Likewise,
I see where you're going. Yeah.
Yeah. Likewise, if they have if they lose 10 AC, you hit them twice as much now, basically, right? But but for spells, it barely changes. The spells only go from like the equivalent of 10 to 5 average damage, rather than like 0 to 10 or whatever. You see what I mean? So when they have the critical failures and stuff, and they're like, yeah, if you fail by 10 or more, you take double damage, and if you succeed by 10 or more, you take no. That actually fixes that problem, and suddenly spells like your reflex save actually really matters. Like having a good reflex save can actually avoid a lot more damage. So I think that's a very good thing, because otherwise spell damage like basically doesn't change much based upon the reflex save of your opponent. Whether they save half the time or 2/3 of the time doesn't really matter that much on average. So I do like they're trying to fix the basic math of the game like that.
Okay, if everyone's ready, we'll get back into it.
Okay.
And Steph, you are actually in Paris now. headed toward the Eiffel Tower, and
mid-1900s, very important.
Yes. You can see the remnants of the tower standing there. There's steel girders, and the top half of the tower is been snapped in half, and it's on the ground around it. And there's wreckage and so forth. The first 2 floors are still there. The first observation deck is roughly 190 feet above the ground, and the second one is 380 feet above the ground. And just on a side note, the 2 levels do overlap, so if you happen to fall off the second level, you're going to land on the first floor.
Well, it would be easier if we landed if we had a bark skin to ease the fall and have tougher skin. That means you, Steph.
Is there a map I'm supposed to be looking at? There it is.
Coming at you.
Okay, now I see where I'm looking at. Okay, and so what was the question to me again?
Why don't we all have bark skin?
Oh, everybody needs bark skin. Okay, hold on here. So I assume that there was an overnight rest sometime between then and now.
Poppy and Glissa priority, then me, then I don't know what you and Enzo want, but...
Okay, I have 5 bark skins. So I can bark skin everybody.
Okay. Who was glitched out and getting more natural armor than they should have from it? Do we remember? I think it was Glissa, wasn't it?
No, you're thinking of our other campaign. I don't even have any of the natural armor in this game.
Okay. Thought it was in this campaign because I remember Poppy had this problem earlier too.
I mean, okay, sorry. I might have sold it. Because we did have a vendor session at the end of the session, so...
Okay, so you don't have any natural armor right now?
At this point, no.
Fantastic.
Okay, everybody is barked. I think. Yeah, should be.
Okay, looking around, you can see that some of the stairwells are still intact, but technically, unless you're on the level, everything counts as difficult terrain. And you do know that the star delay is located here somewhere on the tower.
Why don't we have Enzo has a bunch of dimension doors, right?
Yes. You want me to dimension us somewhere? Where do we want to go?
Just up onto like the second floor or whatever, so we're on the highest level.
I mean, we could probably go to the fucking top, right?
Well, remember, it's broken in half. It only has 2 levels left.
Oh, then yes. It's to the top. Whatever's left at the top, I mean.
So we're basically like...
You can get to the top of the tower just by taking a 5-foot step.
Okay. Right. We do that then. So I don't have to use magic.
I think he's joking about how you can like literally step on the top of it because it's on the ground.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this is still like several stories off the ground, right?
Yeah. And you're going up to the second level?
So you're saying that is the second level is the one that's to the south? Is that the way it's laid out?
Yes. Second level is the south one.
We can always drop back down to the first. So I'd assume we'd like come up to there, I guess, and we'd like all appear up here, unless you have an objection.
Not at all.
Okay, so if we disappear and reappear up there, what do we notice?
Up on the second level, for one, you can't see the star delay being there, and there's broken girders and rubble and so forth all about it, but truly you're up there and alone.
He said the star delay was up here as well?
Yes, I'm assuming that it's the little curved pieces right there in the center.
Okay. Well, I guess I will get started. I will suggest that if anyone else has anything that lasts at least half an hour, that they use it. Given what's happened the last several times, it seems likely something might attack us around, let's say, minute 23 or so. Just a random number there, obviously. But if you have something that only lasts, 10 minutes or whatever, it's going to wear off, so... So yeah, I start the ritual, and I assume that other people are just standing guard, and time passes, and just like every 5 minutes that passes, you do a short rest. And then if we get through 6 of them,
And then when the guy shows up in exactly 24 minutes.
So you need 4 short rests.
Who am I gonna make dance today?
I wish you could hotkey a short rest.
I know, right? Well, I wish you could also specify something besides 5 minutes, because like, what if you want to pass 2 hours, but you don't want to do an overnight rest? It's annoying.
Okay, Eric, you start doing the Beckon the Stars ritual in reverse, and 23 minutes into the ritual, you can feel the towers start shaking. And looking over at the side, you can see this this, and I quote, titanic worm heaving its endless bulk up into the air. And it rises up on one end as if it's ready to strike with this massive set of hooked jaws. And it's a beehole.
Nice.
What, we weren't good enough for the a-hole?
There's something you don't see every day.
And yeah, truly, I think they ran out of size categories. It is colossal sized magical beast. Truly, you can only attack the head of it. Attacking the body.
Can I make it dance though?
We can try.
Does it have? Well, here's the thing: is it immune to mind affecting this?
It is. It's got DR10. It's immune to acid. It's immune to fire, disease, magical control, paralysis, poison, sleep, and stun. So I'm
So
thinking,
I can't paralysis it,
yeah.
but I can make it dance.
Well, would that not be considered magical control?
It's compulsion. I don't know what magical control is. That's not a thing.
Let's
Did it say that exactly? Magical control?
it says magical control. So I'm going to say no. You're going to have to slug it out.
Magical Oh, here it is. It's okay. No. It actually explains what magical control is.
Wow, you're looking up the thing?
I looked up magical control because it's an actual monster thing.
This thing's organic matter, right?
It's a little vague, but yeah, probably this. I guess, would this not allow the creature to directly control it, or directly control itself? I would maybe. Kind of a weird.
Aren't you forcing it to dance? Like
Yeah.
That sounds like you're forcing it to do something, right?
Maybe I'm just it's a really good song, but no, I can't make it dance. It's a sad day, guys.
It does have spell resistance. Eric, from your lore master and all the books that you read, you do know that it has a breath weapon. And it can expel a huge amount of this thick slime. And the breath weapon has a range of 900 feet. And it creates a 40-foot diameter spread of slime in the targeted area. And you got to make a fortitude save or be stunned for 1 to 4 rounds. The slime itself does count as difficult terrain. And
I mean, you say 900 feet like it's long, but a fireball has a range of like over 1,000 feet at this point.
yeah. Let's see. And if you are in the area of the slime or you attempt to enter the area, you've got to make a reflex save or be entangled.
Kind of like a web spell.
Yeah, pretty much. And wouldn't be knowledge what you need to know. So yeah, it's immune to acid, fire, disease, magical control, paralysis, poison, sleep, stun, and got DR 10. But Eric, as you're performing the ritual, it is wrapping itself around the tower and moving upwards towards you.
I'm gonna try to say in between chants of the arcane ritual, please go kill the thing.
I jump into action.
And yeah, let's
I do jump into action.
roll for initiative, and only the 30-foot head of it is dangerous to you or can actually take the damage.
I'll help by shouting,
Okay.
now, go for the head.
Thank you. I was going to say that second part's pretty important. Because I would just go avoid the head and attack its bottom then.
Just keep in mind that, if I understand this correctly, that colossal creature right there, the 30 by 30, that's its head, right?
Correct.
The rest of its body's like underground or something.
So we only
Probably
have.
leading up to the head.
So we climb in its mouth.
So at the moment, we only have access to the head anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go down its gullet and smash it up from the inside.
The head just doesn't magically exist in the air.
Well, yeah, but the rest of it's immune to everything.
No, it's a colossal demi-lich.
That would be interesting.
It's wrapping itself around one of the supports for the tower and is, just kind of snaking its way up and sticks its head over the deck.
But this thing doesn't have, like, swallow whole or anything.
It does have a bite attack. It has a slam attack. It does have a swallow whole.
Okay, but if the head is the only part that takes damage, then how the fuck? That's gonna suck.
I beat death. Haha. I'm
Cheater.
first. 33. 32.
Shenanigans.
All right, Enzo.
I'm up.
And
He said it has SR, right?
yeah, hold on. I need to make a initiative roll for him to make sure that you are first.
He
Nope.
doesn't need it.
I'm definitely first, I think. I think I
absolutely.
go 3 times before him. I will start off strong because he looks highly dangerous. If I roll below a 10, roll this. Oh yeah, definitely rolling that. Nope, not much better. Failed. Okay. Worth a shot.
I guess I will bomb the shit out of it. Well,
Use everything you got, man.
well, Eric, are you going to cast hate?
Cthulhu flagging Cthulhu.
Oh, that's right. You're chanting. Okay, never mind. Sorry, forgot about that. All right, so I guess I'll just use the what am I looking for here? So it's less than 30. Okay, hold on. Let me put some buffs.
No, it's not immune to staggered.
Cool.
I'll be right back 1 sec.
So that lets me throw 4 bombs. Oh, I meant to ask: is he considered flesh?
Is he considered?
Oh god,
what?
are you still trying to use that horribly written, stupid, flesh-eating
He
bomb?
looks pretty fleshy to me.
Yeah, he is organic.
Organic. That's what. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll use a flesh-eating bomb. Hey, it's D8 versus D4.
You mean versus D6?
Well, it's immune to fire and it's immune to acid, so that leaves force bombs, which are D4.
Right, but flesh-eating bombs generally would be considered still fire, I think is what we said, right? It doesn't change it doesn't say anything with the whole flesh-eating bomb is complete garbage the way it's written. It's marked with a star, which means it doesn't apply other things, but then it talks about combustible bombs. You can't even fucking combine it with concussive bombs. It explicitly says that. It doesn't specify the damage. It's just
Okay, easy there, killer. Easy. I can do a force bomb. Not a big deal. Not looking for trouble. Just
And Eric
Okay.
has a
I'm not
meltdown.
mad at you. I'm mad at whoever wrote this piece of shit. Not your fault. It's Wintermeat's fault for not even having the beehole on the proper alignment.
of course I missed with one.
Wintermeat, he only missed because you don't have it on a proper intersection there. So I think you should be able to re-roll that, right?
Well, I rolled a 1.
But you only missed because Wintermeat messed up the grid, right? Right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. No, I rolled a 1. It's fine. I'll just do the force bomb.
It was on the incorrect spot, so that affected the RNG of the program.
Okay, now I got to figure out where the rogue bomb went. So the rogue bomb went far. It went over the edge of the thing.
And hit some random civilian.
Yes, somebody down below is like, what the?
So it looks like it has not been 32 minutes since our last fight, correct?
Correct.
I am going to charge to here and full attack. Alright, I'm going to use my stored spell slot. What did we say earlier? That as long as it was within the limits of it would increase the spell level, but as long as it stayed within the limits, I could use my rod on it.
Wintermeat.
Because it's either a frigid touch or it's a rhyme frigid touch.
Yeah, you can use the rod.
Okay, so it will be a rhyme frigid touch, which means he is pulled up Rhyme. 1 sec. So as long as he takes cold damage, he becomes entangled. Which means I still need to succeed in the spell resist, correct?
Correct.
And I did not succeed, so he resists it. So no entangle. And I no longer have that stored. And that's my turn. Oh, and for my spell, I'll do a mirror image.
Now, you're not actually large at this point, right? Or did you recast it?
My monster's physique lasts 32 minutes. It has not been 32 minutes since our last fight. I confirmed at the start of my turn.
Okay, I didn't realize it lasted 32 minutes. You extended it then or
Yep,
something?
I used my rod on it.
Gotcha.
So I have 5 mirror images.
Is that a spot that I can stand in
Would it
and
be
attack
six?
from?
Because it's 1 per 3 levels, so that's 5 minimum plus 1, so 6.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Yes,
4.
Poppy.
Wow, that confirmed on it too.
I mean, the average AC of a level 20 monster is only 36. It's kind of dumb. Cthulhu! Cthulhu!
Oh, here we go.
Okay. Yeah, you can see that it rears back and then it expels this tremendous amount of slime covering the area. So I need everyone to make a fortitude save.
If I didn't pass that, we're all fucked.
I am going to use my conviction to re-roll that.
Checking something. I'm glad you guys didn't take the fight to it before it got all the way the fuck up here.
I don't think we had a chance to.
You just don't worry about it, chanting boy.
No, if it... he said this stuns people, right? So if it stuns, we probably wouldn't have said I can't stop chanting, right? So if it stuns me, we probably lose the entire ritual. But I'm probably okay.
Okay, let's see. Steph and Glissa re-rolled, so it is just Steph that is stunned for 1 round. And then, stunned for 1 round. And then you all were, any creature that is in the area. I need reflex saves now.
From all of us?
Yep.
Easy peasy.
Oh, God. Well, I'm fucked.
Okay, Poppy and Enzo are entangled in the slime.
What does that mean?
You get a -4 to your dex, -2 to attack penalties. You cannot run or charge, and you move at half speed.
Oh, not by me.
And
Not a big deal.
everything, this entire floor is now considered difficult terrain.
Wasn't it already difficult terrain?
It's now very difficult terrain.
The difficult terrain was everything except the floors, climbing the ladders, the girders, and everything. And let's see, that's the so. Okay, Enzo.
Same thing. If I roll 10 or lower, I try again.
How many rhyme spell
Oh.
things do you have available?
Fucking.
Oh no,
God,
sorry,
that's
Enzo.
What? How many rhyme what?
No, I was thinking of Glissa. Anyway, you said you were going to re-roll it, right?
Yeah, I'm just bummed that I've rolled a 1 twice. Nope. God damn it.
Okay, Steph, you're stunned, so technically you drop everything that you're holding and you can't take actions.
Okay.
Aren't you glad you showed up?
Yeah, I go back to working on my kitchen.
Power attack, raging brutality.
Are you still working on your kitchen?
Oh yeah. I got a couple more months to go on it.
God damn.
I had to tear it down to the studs.
Who needs a kitchen?
Actually, we're lucky we have a downstairs like kitchenette that we were able to move things down into. You know, if this was second edition D&D, this thing would have 65 hit points.
And I'd 5-foot step closer, get in his face.
I don't think you can just have been in difficult terrain, can you?
I have freedom
believe
of
so.
movement on, don't I? Okay, whatever. I was just.
Well, that's an interesting point. Let's see what exactly that means.
Not that it matters, but I was just
It literally
wondering.
doesn't matter. Pretend I didn't say anything.
Well, it was just Poppy's turn anyway, so Belkoff can figure that out. It's not like Belkoff's doing anything.
I am very busy here. If I screw this ritual up,
We'll have to restart and fight another one of these things.
Oh, we can grind EXP off them.
Yeah.
I can still full attack though, right?
Why would not be able to?
yeah, difficult terrain doesn't stop that.
Oh, because I'm
It just makes it
entangled?
harder for you to move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By the way,
Entangled, you can full attack. That's fine as long as you don't move.
so did you get a crit last? Why did you attack it twice, Glissa? With the plus 34?
Are we not hasted?
No?
No.
Oh, remove 1 attack then, sorry.
So the 66 comes off, right?
Or it's
Sure.
62.
Just pick one. I mean, they're all about the same damage. At this point, his average is going to be, when you start
one
rolling a
round,
lot
I
of
get
dice.
30 round difference between 1 attack.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yes,
If
sir.
Poppy has this effect on him, would you say that he could still move freely in this terrain? Is that basically because it's basically kind of like a web, but of slime?
Is that freedom of movement?
Yeah, with freedom of movement, I'd allow it.
Okay.
I always thought that was the whole point of freedom of movement, is that like you literally can't be fucking stopped.
There's a difference between stopped and being slowed for 5-foot steps, though, is what I'm saying. So.
Yeah, but also
Well,
you're busy,
I was saying
so it doesn't make a
paralysis is one
difference.
of them. It literally says paralysis, and I would say that's stop.
Can I make my attacks now?
Yeah, no one's
Yeah.
stopping you from making them. We're waiting on you.
One hit.
Down.
Well, you gotta roll slightly higher, I think. Oh, the monster's up. Glad. Good, happy day. I'm gonna kill it, guys. I swear.
Ends off. Ends off.
Okay, it's gonna do a full round action against Glissa since she's the biggest target. And do get hit.
Okay, I'll go. Highest number will be hitting me. Destroys an image. And another image.
Okay, so you lost 2 images, correct?
Yep, down to 4.
And oh, there we go. I didn't that fucking mirror image. I didn't even get to do my damage.
Okay, if he hit me, I would have just got a spell cast back at him.
Okay, Enzo.
Okay. I got this, guys. 10 or lower, reroll. Oh, didn't mean to do both of them. Okay, 36 succeeds. He succeeds on the save, though.
Yep,
So it only
modifier.
does... Only does this.
I mean, I'm betting as well that this thing's best save is fort. It's a giant worm.
I mean, everyone's best save is for it in fucking Pathfinder.
Unless it's a rogue or a mage.
Yeah, except... Yeah, but I'm saying monsters. Monsters normally have a good
Mostly,
fortitude save.
And Steph,
Which is why all the most dangerous spells are fort.
Steph, you are no longer stunned.
Awesome. So I am going to throw 4 more bombs.
You got it. You can finish them.
Take that, worm.
You taught it.
I mean, that's not Enzo or Glissa type damage, but it's okay for, you know, the skinny
I don't
little...
do that much damage.
Remember what I do.
Your damage is especially valuable when things are tough to hit or resistant to the damage.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
ghosts and that sort of stuff. You have very reliable damage.
And Glissa, you're up.
Alright. I will continue raging, power attacking, the whole shebang. I guess I should double check just to be sure. Enzo wasn't too off on that save against him, right? I forgot to apply Ripping Strike.
I was... No, I don't think it was close.
Okay.
34.
It was...
Wasn't close.
What is Ripping Strike? How much is it minus?
Minus 2 to all saves.
34 versus 28, so it wasn't close enough.
Pretty close. It was close, but not close enough.
Okay. I will remember to put on this time if he's not dead.
Yeah, next one, that will help. I mean, I'd love to do, make a dance, but, they don't allow me to.
God damn it.
Be gone, worm.
Hey, he made it to round 3, Winter Mew.
Yeah,
pretty good.
That was more than 2 rounds of combat.
So what do you
And
mean? The key to having
I don't
it
think he hit
last
anyone,
long,
though.
the key to having the combat last around 3 were to me. Here's the things. Number 1, Enzo has to fail his spell check like 3 times in a row. Number 2, I have to not do anything. Number 3, Steph needs to be stunned.
Yeah, there you go.
3-step plan.
Missing some attacks also helps.
To be
Okay.
honest, Pathfinder does not do boss encounters really well. And as
I've
you know,
already
Winter
got
Mew,
some
5e
ideas.
does a really good job with boss encounters.
Well, at max hit points, this thing had 380 hit points, of which I made them, I gave it an additional 400 to make it 780. And in 2.5 rounds of combat, you all dealt 968 points of damage.
And I did only like 24 of that.
I did like 250 each round.
Oh, so anyway, this thing is, it rears back its head and on Gliss's last strike, and it starts slowly sliding down the towers toward the ground. And Eric's ritual was not interrupted.
That's good.
And-
That's a good
Yay.
start.
Go, Eric.
and-
I disintegrate, actually. I disintegrate Eric from behind. It was a trick.
I still get a fort save.
Yeah, true.
And let's see.
How much health do you have?
Oh, is Enzo actually lousy this whole time?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
take that easy, even if I fail.
Eric, yeah, you've got to do the saves for it. God damn it. I just closed that module. Okay, let's do an Arcana.
Alright.
I believe in you.
Thanks. 46.
Let's do a Dungeoneering,
Also 46.
followed by a Spellcraft.
This is the tricky one. I'm good.
Yeah, you only beat it by 11 points.
Well, that means I could have failed it on like a 1, 2, or 3, so.
So, you managed to delete. You managed to deactivate.
We deleted the star stili. I typed
the
in
star stili.
slash delete, and it's gone. Or is it
Can I
dot
destroy
delete?
this with 2 now, guys?
And you remember the angel-like creature that that you owe the Necronomicon to?
Am I finally here?
Yes. He shows up thinking and says,
Poor
hey,
thing.
it took me a little while to find you, but I believe that you have something that belongs to me.
Are there both of them at this point, or just the one?
There are both of them.
Can Enzo greet them? He tries to shake their hands.
Yes. You know, one of them standoffish, but the other one, you know, they're just happy to have recovered the Necronomicon.
Uh-huh.
And
Good.
I am
Glad to
going
help.
to delete that out of the party inventory.
Well, make sure you
I'm
give us
assuming this is
infinite
your
money.
meta
That's what
way
it's
of telling.
worth.
I assume this is your meta way of telling us we don't need it again after this. Because I was gonna say, can we hold on to it for like one more day until we are sure that the threat's over? But if you're comfortable deleting it, then I'm assuming we don't actually need it.
If I am wrong and you do need it, I'll give it back to you.
The angels show back up and hey, oh shit, here you guys go.
Here, we realize you need this. Here, take it. Dangerous to go alone. Take the Necronomicon.
That would have been a very different game if that's how it started.
Then you all are having a busy day up at the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Well, to be fair, we don't know this is the Eiffel Tower.
That's just
Unless
a weird...
there's a sign somewhere.
Well, it would be in English, not common. We couldn't read it. Or, sorry, French.
There's like a lot of dead, like, tourists.
Comprehend languages. I have that available. I'm pretty sure Enzo does too, at a minimum. Okay, so this beehole falls back into the ground. We hand the Necronomicon over to the Extinguisher Angels, or whatever, Archons, or whatever. The 3 stars still are deactivated. Now what?
Okay.
I go check the hole for loot in case the beehole had anything.
Yeah, you're not finding anything of any value whatsoever.
Inside the weird worm?
I liberally stab its corpse in anger.
Because it has no items inside?
Yeah. How dare
Even wolves have pieces of gold in their body. Come on.
Well, I was really hoping you were going to find Glyssa inside the body. Fucking mirror images.
I have bad news, Winchmute. Even if you had hit Glyssa, besides the mirror images, I gave Glyssa freedom of movement. Or should have.
So he would just slide right out of his mouth.
Yeah, still wouldn't do anything.
Just slide right out of there.
Fuck.
What level's
Which also
freedom
means
unit?
Poppy shouldn't have the
what level's that
entangled
spell?
demon there, by the way. Freedom of movement?
Yeah.
It's level 4 for me, and I think it's level 4 for everybody. Yeah. I don't know why it's
Pretty good
not
spell.
on there. Give it to
Okay.
Poppy myself.
Oh, only bards get it?
No.
Who gets it?
Alchemist, Bard, Cleric, Druid, Inquisitor, Medium, Mezer, I guess, MES, whatever that is, Occultist, Psychic, Ranger, and Spiritualist.
Oh, that's
Basically,
now that you said it, it's something. You're right. It's like an
Mesmerist.
illusionist, basically. The MES.
It's basically everything but Sorcerer, Wizard, and Arcanist get it.
Yeah. Okay.
And
That
Paladin,
sucks.
yes.
Well, no. To be
Okay.
fair, they get freedom though, which is the better one. Except it only is instantaneous. So that should not be a 9th level spell. What the fuck?
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you all a short rest. Actually, 2, just to finish off the rounds.
I mean, if you can undo an imprison, it's supposed to be the opposite to imprisonment.
Yeah,
We
which
send
makes
it,
sense.
like-
Is imprisonment 9th also?
Correct. You like touch the creature and it like goes underground and stays there like forever.
Yeah, imprisonment pretty messed up.
Okay, you all defeated the blowhole. You're looking around and taking a
Such a
rest.
stupid name. I hate it.
You know, it's probably pronounced bowl.
I think it's beehole.
Like
Yeah,
we've all just been saying beehole, but it's probably pronounced bowl.
So why isn't
No.
it spelled BOWL then, huh?
Because
It's
it's a fucking
beehole.
fantasy game. I don't know.
Well, you know it's a
English
fantasy
is a
name if it has
stupid
apostrophes
language.
in the middle of it.
Okay,
Hey, pop quiz. How do you pronounce the first word there?
bowl.
How do you pronounce the second word?
Foul.
Wrong. They're spelled the same, so they must be. Oh wait, no, you're right.
Bowl?
Because English is
Bowl? Would it be that?
You would think if the first one's full, you think the second bowl, you think the second one is full, and if the second one's foul, you'd think the top one would be bowl, but no, it's bowl and foul because
It's
English.
just funny because bowel, they had an E,
Yeah, they had an E.
and full is just a fucking different word.
Okay, after the English lesson, and, you give the Necronomicon to the dudes, and they thank you, and, take
Oh, that's
off.
awfully nice. I didn't expect them to be so polite.
They give us a hug, and then they leave.
Fist bump them? Will they fist bump me?
Yeah, they were extremely polite, and,
I hope so. They did get the Necronomicon back. Hey, this ancient destructive artifact. It's whatever. Thanks, guys. I mean, I could have just hired level 1 people to get it, but you guys do.
And shortly after they go their way, you see, if you remember when you first come to Corsica, you met the Queen.
Yes.
Well, she reappears, and she
Oh God.
As queens
There's
do.
Yeah, she's looking around at all the leftover slime, and yeah, you can see her porcelain skin cracks just a little bit more.
Her one weakness, slime.
And she says, "Friends, you have deactivated the star stele that binds your world to Corsica, but I fear I bring awful tidings. The spawn of Corsica, Zamindor, has completely subsumed a man from your world, and so has returned to life as only the great old ones can."
I
And,
don't understand.
I think she said that somebody from our world got consumed by Zamindor and is now like Zamindor's pawn.
yes, and
Thank you.
Eric, Steph, and you all would know that chances are she's talking about Count Laos. And goes on to say that, he hasn't recovered its full power yet, but the connection to the man from your world lets it reach across time and space and maintain a hold on your home. And soon, your home will be pulled into this world.
Wait, our entire planet will be pulled into this planet?
Yes.
This is old news.
What does that even mean? Does everyone die?
Like, our world becomes like a shadow twisted reflection and has that weird architecture pop up everywhere. They get like trapped in this night. Everyone goes insane. It's just bad news, okay?
Well, I mean, okay. I think you're exaggerating.
Well, remember what Corsica looks like? Imagine our world looking like that.
Might be a step up.
And she tells you that you must regain your strength, and she will teleport everyone to where this terrible new Thrushmore is to be
What's a
born.
Thrushmore?
Thrushmore was the city where they really everyone started out, and that's the link that he has to Galerin.
Sure, send us there.
Let's do this.
Well, didn't she say to rest first?
No, we don't need to rest. There's no time.
There's no time. This sounds... I mean, to be fair, this sounds dangerous. We should probably handle it now, right?
I'm fine on resources.
I mean,
Is anyone super low?
I don't think anyone's super low. Like, I don't, and honestly, the way this is gone, I don't think it really matters. But I think this is the game's way of saying we're supposed to be like having done more stuff in Paris here, and supposed to be like slow on resources. And I think this is the game's way of saying you're about to go into the final dungeon, so make sure you're ready.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and clock is ticking, but for shits and giggles, and just to make sure you're all well rested, I'm gonna.
Wait, what level are we supposed to be? We're supposed to be 16, right?
Yes, you are 16.
I want to make sure.
You could just say it takes us 8 hours to get teleported there or whatever.
It's a slow teleport.
It's like something the game wants to do anyway.
We're in San Francisco. We get on the BART and we ride it to the encounter. So we got to go past some homeless people and a pile of crap and some heroin needles.
Obviously, I use magic jar on the queen, right? That's what I do?
Probably doesn't work with her diadem there.
That's what you think.
Says you.
And let's see. Yes, I did not give you an overnight rest, so I need to do that.
I mean, technically, I don't think we've really. I don't think we've actually expanded enough to really concern us.
Well, he gave it to
you're
us,
moving
so.
Tangled from Poppy, by the way.
I get all my fingers of death back.
What am I getting?
Not.
Why don't they call it the thumb of death?
Is each one of your fingers an individual finger of death, or do you use the same finger each time?
I think you just kind of point at things and like a laser. It's like Frieza. You kind of just point at shit and like a little laser beam comes out and it's very destructive.
Oh, okay. At first I thought you were like giving them the finger.
No.
That'd be funny.
I think it's you point at them like haphazardly and just like a beam shoots out and blows everything up like an anime.
If your hand got cut off, then could you use like your big toe of death?
You know what? It doesn't say anything about needing hand to cast it.
Saying.
So you could shoot it from your eye, is what you're saying.
That'd be awesome.
No, I actually think that does specify. I think it specifies your. No, it doesn't. It specifies nothing. You can literally shoot it out of. I guess I can open my mouth and it comes out theoretically.
The tongue of death.
So you're firing your.
Well,
laser.
there's still somatic components, aren't there? So you still have to be able to do that.
Yeah, but do you need to do somatic components with your hands?
Components.
What do you have to do them with? Feet? I mean.
You generally need your hands, yes.
What if you're a snake creature?
Then you can't cast spells with somatic components unless you have a special ability that allows you to do something.
Yeah, what if snake creatures just need to slither their body in a specific way?
Doesn't quite work like that. Alright,
you might just be
so
racist.
I put up all my long-term buffs that last 3 hours each, because I'm assuming that we're, like, this would be the time to put up, like, 3-hour-long buffs.
Am
I bark skinning everybody again?
Yeah.
You know, this is just like these are either the 10 minutes per level or hour per level buffs. It's the super long duration ones.
Yes, somatic actually requires. Well, to be fair, you only require one hand.
You only require what?
Somatic components only technically require one hand, so you could have lost one of your arms.
Yeah. That's not fingers of death.
But I wonder if you can learn to do it with your. I believe in a handy-capable campaign. I know you don't, Belkoff, but I do.
We don't have room for disabled people here, okay? You drop to 0 hit points and become disabled, you're worthless to us. I'm not going to make any special accommodations for you.
I don't know. A lot of those hobgoblins were doing pretty well as disabled.
And they seem to die pretty quickly.
I'm still amazed how many times you've seen how many times I've disabled them, right? Over the course. It's very impressive Because
Well, I
Hey,
mean, I was hoping you wouldn't catch on. I actually set up a script that as soon as you roll your damage, there's like a 50-50 shot of setting their hit points to exactly the damage, so it disables them.
I'm guessing actually it's more like their amount of health is close to the average of my, because I'm rolling so many dice.
I think mine's more.
Yeah, I'm sure yours is it.
Okay. You all rest and recover. Out of game, the clock is ticking. And this is your last chance to get a rest. So, the next section, you really don't want to become distracted, and you're not going to have any opportunity to take a long rest. So you might
Okay.
want to keep a close eye and conserve your daily resources.
Why are you mentioning stuff by name? What has he done? Y'all gotta single him out like that once you mute, okay? It's not cool.
Hey, all he's done is stand here and be awesome.
I got your back, Steph, even if
Uh,
Wintermute is scolding you.
That's true.
DM always trying to keep the alchemist down.
What happened to the pallid mask? He's still alive, right?
He's like a rat inside of...
Yeah, I pull up
Enzo's
does she ask for the
back.
pallid mask? I pull him out. He's like a rat. I've been keeping him in a cage.
He's a rat who no longer even remembers here's the pallid mask. He failed the fortitude save.
Does she want the rat?
No, she doesn't.
Okay, I put it back on my back.
It's just that he plays an important part in the next plot point.
Well,
Well,
I
he's
guess he
currently a rat.
doesn't.
She teleports you, and
One last question before we get there. Do I know of any sort of elemental resists I might want while we're here? The people who are knowledgeable.
Oh yeah, with,
Thrushmore's just a normal town. It's
Okay.
nothing special.
Well, with what we were going to be fighting, if you had any idea.
I have no idea. Bad things. Bad juju.
Okay, thanks.
I don't know. Witches and liches and bitches and I don't know. Count Laos.
and technically, you're not going back to Thrushmore proper, but to the Thrushmore Nexus here in this world. And she teleports you, and you arrive near the shore of Avalon Bay, which is right beside of Thrushmore, and the skies above are dark and stormy, but they're also hazy in a manner that appears to have little to do with the weather. The clouds roil and race across the two muted black suns in the sky. The wharf, the nearby warehouses, and the fishing boats are all indistinct. It's like an animated watercolor painting done with faded pigments. And despite the appearance of a strong wind that lashes at the nearby trees and a driving rain, no wind or rain can be felt. And the town itself is eerily quiet. And Cassilia, the queen, she wishes you good luck, and she vanishes. And I'm just going to go ahead and read this because it is an important plot point. But when she vanishes, you see this translucent image of the pallid mask flickering into her place. And, you know, hello, he says smugly, we meet again. You can see and hear him, but it's like he's an illusion. You can't physically interact with him.
I'll
And
look at Enzo and like make a up pointing up with my anger like gesture, like bring it out and like wait to see, make sure Enzo has the rat still there. So I assume Enzo, checks his bag.
yes, Enzo still does have the rat.
I
have
have
it
the
right here.
illusion.
And
Some sort of pre-programmed image left by him to gloat. It didn't work out very well, did it?
the pallid mask continues. Something bothered me during our last encounter. You were supposed to be dead, and I couldn't quite reconcile how you were here.
Can
You
I do a
see-
sense motive to see if he's trying to stall for time? Whatever this image is. What's my sense of the situation?
Yes, and you don't sense that he's stalling for time.
Okay.
And, you know, you see, I have since learned that you died in the Dreamlands. You were the victims of the one who calls himself Laos, urged on in his actions by the mad poet. Yet, here you were in Corsica, and you were the, the death or imprisonment of me, and it was a very distressing paradox. And it's one now that the king has acted upon to correct. And Corsica, you see, haunts the dreams of mortals throughout the universe, and the dimension of dreams transcends time. Simply put, everything you are and everything you have done has been naught but the dream of dying minds, an alternate timeline where you woke up from your amnesia to fight a cosmic battle against the inevitable. And even now, I guess that's the Tatter Man, even now, the broad-strown witch sends her minion, the Tatterman, through the dreams of Oliver Zandalus. He was the guy at the asylum. The crazy guy, remember him?
I remember the
Mhm.
name.
Yeah.
The guy you were mad that we didn't kill because then the Tatterman came out in the middle of all the guards. Yeah, I
Yes.
remember him.
And
He's just an artist and a dreamer, man.
yeah, he's
So
the
we're all
Barstone-
dead?
The Barstone Witch is sending the Tatterman through the dreams of Ulver to put an end to you and this alternate continuity. And the Pallid Mask laughs dryly, and he goes, ironically, you were also phantoms of truth, but now those phantoms have been laid to rest. And he turns and starts to walk away from you, and as he does,
I'll kind of like wave my hand, like is this? Can you see it? Can you react to stimuli, or is this like a programmed image?
uh,
See,
I thought
give
I already
any
tried to stab it.
Does he
I
give
have
any
I have a
indication of like
question.
seeing my gesture, or is this just like some programmed thing that he put into place there?
yeah, he's watching your hand.
Why would the Tatterman succeed this time when he failed last time?
Because we aren't there to stop him this time.
Yeah, pretty
Um,
much.
I'm asking the Pallid Mask that. I'm like, the Tatterman already failed. Why would he fail this? Why would he succeed this time?
He doesn't answer you.
Well, let's just keep going. Then.
He just turns and walks away, and right before he disappears, he looks back at you one final time and disappears. But you know, Eric, you can tell that you know he's a little disconcerted at what you said to him. And
Okay.
after he vanishes, you get this faint telepathic message from the Queen, although you can't see her. And she says he only tells the truth he wants to believe. And she can still sense you and something strange on the aisle near you. Go there, nowhere else, because you're running out of time. Make your own truth.
I have a question though. How would this alternate reality dreams of dying minds thing affect Enzo and Glissa? Because they haven't been here since the beginning.
I think the answer is shut up. That's why.
We're not real. We're illusions. And then we disappear.
Yeah, you know, right now you're not sure if you're real or if you're the alternate timeline.
I mean, are we sure that the Queen didn't like turn on us and like abandon us in like a time stream or something? Like this whole thing is
I hate when you get abandoned at a time stream.
I know, right? It hasn't happened to me since last Tuesday, and look, here we are again.
I'm just no good with this wibbly wobbly timey wimey shit.
Yeah, it
Who?
has gotten a little confusing.
Well, hang on. No, it's pretty simple. Hang on. I have 4 pages of flowcharts that explain this. It's really quite simple.
But who is Pepe Sylvia?
Who was phone?
Who was what?
Who was phone?
I
still
don't
not
get
getting
it.
Old. It's an old meme type thing from when I was in like.
Got it. And, gentlemen, that is the end of tonight's game.
Okay. And what are we on the final book now?
We are on the very last of it.
I've always been on the final book here for a while.
If we don't have 20 and 30-minute rule discussions in the middle of combat, we might finish next week.
Oh, wow, okay.
Sweet.
Oh, so does this game end at 16 then?
I quote, the PCs end the adventure at 17th level.
And we haven't leveled yet? We're on the last part?
Yeah, so if you want to, I'll let you all decide. If you want to level up so you can play some of the, get some of the advantages of being 17th level to finish this, we can do that.
I mean, honestly,
Doesn't matter to me because
I wouldn't bother.
I don't get anything new, so.
Yeah, I mean, 17 isn't usually a big, oh, yay, I get something.
Well, I mean, it's usually when you get 9th level spells, and it's when I get +1 damage on my attack and damage on my Bard Song. But no, seriously, like, we already have 5 people here. I don't think it really is necessary. But I don't really care either way.
Well, in that case, we'll just stay at 16.
But then I don't stop becoming fatigued when I stop raging.
I mean,
Tell you way. You can
like when we-
after the final fight, after you've spent your fury, then you become 17. How about that?
I'll take it. I won't be fatigued after I end my rage there.
Yes, there you go.
Absolutely. But we will be back on semi-familiar territory with returning to the asylum where it all began.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
A place I know well.
Yes, the asylum. I remember the asylum fondly.
Such good times we had there, right, guys?
Oh yes.
You never left the asylum, guys.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, we're not actually in this game. We're just part of your imaginations.
Absolutely. But, gentlemen, we will see you same time next week.
See ya.
Mañana.
Bye.
Hey, Steph, I'm gonna give you a Discord call here in just a second.
Okay.
You guys have a good evening.
Good night.
You there, Steph? Hey, man.
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just...
I assume I left the other channel, right?
Yes, I'd say you did.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it would... Yeah, I'm not that familiar with Discord.
Yeah, it looked like it connected, and then a minute later your icon pulled up, so I'm figuring it logged you out of the other channel.
Okay.
Both Marsh and Camia have... they're dropping out at the end of this game.
Oh, okay.
A lot of the rule discussion that was taking place in Discord was, you know, trying to keep them from doing the overpowered characters and so forth.
Oh, right.
Do you want... How are you gonna be able to regularly attend games now, or is it still gonna be hit and miss?
Yeah, I mean, I should be able to, but, you know, this move obviously was kind of a big pain in the ass. But, yeah, I mean, I can definitely do better at it than I have been.
I'm not complaining, I'm just asking, because really, might just keep the group to the original 3 for a while, and Curse of the Crimson Throne, unless we need a 4th and 5th player.
Okay. Yeah, you know, at some point also one of us could take the leadership feat and hire a couple of minions if we really need.
Oh, absolutely, and throw in a few NPCs, so it's not a problem. But I just wanted to discuss and make sure that would be okay with you.
Oh yeah, no, that's great, and I'll do a better job of. Do they feel like they were being picked on because they're overpowered?
No. Camia had he's got work engagements that's going to be coming up shortly, where he's not going to be able to game on Saturdays now. And Marsh, you know, I'm figuring he's just not want to game without his buddy.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. No, that's cool. So,
hopefully we'll cut down on the amount of rule discussions. Eric's got them in 2 of his games as well, and it's just out of control.
oh, okay. I don't know if I mentioned this, but actually I did run Curse of the Crimson Throne to about 5th level, so I don't remember most of it, and I can definitely, oh, what? That guy does what? But just to let you know, the first book and a half I ran last year before my group bailed on me. So I didn't.
It was you. I thought it was our other alchemist that had done Curse of the Crimson Throne.
No, it was me, and that's why you're like Curse of the Crimson Throne. I was like, oh, damn it. But anyway. So I didn't know if, I mean, obviously, if there's just three of us, it'd be tough to step aside. That might be a problem, but then there'd just be two. So, but like I said, that was a year ago, and I don't remember a lot of it. So I remember the basic plot, but I didn't get any farther than that. And then every group I've tried to run has always fallen apart. I don't know if it's me or if that's common in Fantasy Grounds and Roll20 or what. But
yeah, it's very common, and you know, my Tomb of Annihilation game when I was running it, you know, I ran 4 or 5 sessions where it was only 2 people.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, tonight, I'll be honest, I was putting sheetrock up in the kitchen, and I look at my watch, I'm like, oh shit, I'm an hour and a half late. So, wife's like, you ever going to be done in this kitchen? Not tonight! Out of my way, woman! So anyway, it's a marathon, not a race. I'll move. So anyway, but yeah, seems like every week with this new house has been one thing after another.
Yeah, I know definitely how that is.
Yeah, so, you know, I was thinking about what you were saying before about how to keep the balance, you know, and I'd said in there as like, well, you know, maybe if you stick to just the core rule book. Another thing you might think of doing is retarding the level progression, you know, because I think that when you do just it's time to level thing, I think they level a little too fast, especially if you've got more than 4 guys. You know, it's like, because we're level 16, supposed to be tonight. I mean, that worm, like you said, I thought, oh, the worm, this is going to suck. And it's like, blam, 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 dead. So, you know, and that's without I mean, if the monkey guy was around, it'd be like watching a buzzard on a cat.
Then quicker.
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe run everybody a level or even 2 levels behind where the book says they should be might solve some of that problem too.
Yeah, and you know, Balkoth and I have been talking, and you know, he even with the 3 guys, you never had that much, you know, chance of dying, but it was at least a little bit harder because, you know, you don't have people doing 254 points of damage on a fucking crit.
Yeah, that is true.
And in his game, those 2 guys are just absolutely driving him nuts because, you know, they'll take a level in Barbarian just to get the rage, and it's all has nothing to do with the character. It's all about the points.
Right, it's maximizing. And I got to be honest, I'm a really shitty player in terms like when I was buying my stuff, I realized that for the last 10 levels, my belt of physical might hasn't been turned on. It was in my inventory, but it wasn't doing anything. So I'm like, oh shit, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm just going to turn on the crap that I've already got. You know, so by now, at this point, my character sheet's so fucked up, I have no idea what's going on. And Balakov was like, how do you get that? How did you get that? I'm like, I don't know. Shit. We should have had this conversation, Eric, 4 levels ago. Let's be honest. I don't know what I'm doing. So.
Well, what's funny, next game you might want to talk to him beforehand. He's got a couple items that he's been holding for you.
Oh, really? Alrighty. So anyway,
I'll just keep it to the 3 of you for the time being, and if we need to add anybody or add some NPCs, we'll do that, because, you know, you all have been a great group. You work together, and, you know, even Eric being I hate to call him a rules lawyer, but we all learned so much from him.
Yeah, I gotta admit, it took me probably 6 months to get used to his particular style. Just because he was very critical. Why the fuck did you do that? What the hell? What do you know? It's just like, listen, Jackal, if I want to screw up my alchemist, I'm going to screw up my alchemist. Damn it! Nothing you say is going to change that. You know. So after a while, I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. That is wrong. Yeah. Anyway, you're right. Goes. That's probably a firebomb. I'll just use the force damage. Okay. So whatever. So it's all good. So that'll be fun.
And in his games, he is trying to fix Pathfinder. And, you know, there's 3-4 pages printed of house rules.
That's a little crazy, but whatever. You know, I mean, if he can keep it all straight, he's smarter than I am. Cause
No.
sometimes I miss just plain old second edition D&D. Remember that second edition before that? Back in the day, simple, easy.
That's why I dig 5e.
You know, I was going to get into it, and then I was like, the same reason I won't buy Pathfinder 2.0. I've purchased my last game book. You know, I like to have the books, and I just refuse to go out and squander another $500 on books.
Oh, I agree with that. And you know, Eric, you know, it might be time that you get away from Pathfinder, or maybe try version 2 that fixes some of the problems you're trying to fix, or, you know, give it up altogether and go to 5e. Really, 5e is okay, but the Fantasy Grounds rule set freaking rocks for 5e.
Really?
Well, you've ran Pathfinder games and Fantasy Grounds. You know, anytime you go to cast a spell, you got to open up the bad guy's NPC entry and, you know, search through it in the whole 9 yards. 5e, you can run the entire combat from the combat tracker. It's got the spell slots, all the little bit of information that you need to know is all right there at your fingertips.
Is 5e more balanced? Like, do you find yourself having to make the adjustments like in Pathfinder, where, because Pathfinder does seem really overpowered to the point of, you know, I mean, yeah, because supposedly it's designed for a party of 4 characters, right? But I mean, with 3 we're doing it, with 6 we're just destroying everything, and it's, you know, it's like, I don't know, unless you're Eric and you're house ruling the whole damn thing, it kind of, well, I can see the frustration on both sides in terms of, you know, we were frustrated when those guys were doing 1,000 points of damage every round and destroying everything, and then I can't imagine that's any fun for you. It's like, okay, here's another. You must have felt like a guy running a wood chipper.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you know. So, oh look, you just fed another dragon through the chipper. You know.
And,
so, anyway.
You know, 5e, it's just like any other game system. It's got its ups and downs, and I have found at second level, I gotta be careful because a TPK can happen really quick.
Yeah, you know, there's other things you could do. You could try, you could limit the party to specific character classes, like just say, hey, these are the 3 character classes available, choose wisely. I don't know how fun that would be.
Well, really, being the 3 of you all, I really don't care what classes you play or what books. It's just because, you know, Poppy doesn't care. Poppy, every character he's built has either been a barbarian or he's trying to mimic a video game character. And
You can go with the WoW model. One person a healer, one person DPS, and one person attack.
And so, you know, I'll probably expand a little bit more. I know Poppy's wanting to play a chaotic evil character that's not chaotic stupid and won't disrupt the game that much.
No, that's different.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you were still going to be available where we could run a 3-person game again.
Yeah, I will be. I'm like I said, I actually go back to work Monday now. We just, you know, obviously the federal government got put back to work for 3 weeks, so I got to go back in until I'm laid off again.
Congratulations.
God, I hate them all. Politicians, all of them suck. I don't care anymore. D, R, I, they all need a bullet. Every one of them so fucking stupid. You just want to slap